You are now listening to Eclectic Tongues with the Alchemist Rose, MakP, and Kojak.
What's up? Welcome to the show. You are now listening to Eclectic Tongues. I'm the Alchemist Rose. I'm here with my boys. Introduce yourself, boys.
What up, people? This is MakP on Eclectic Tongues. What up?
What up? It's your boy Go Jeezy here, representing the E to the T. Eclectic Tongues.
So did everybody have a great week or what?
Yeah. I had an awesome weekend. I'm out of New York. It's been a good week. The spring is not fully here yet. I don't know. We're getting cheated out of spring, but spring's supposed to show up next week.
Yeah, all right. I'll be waiting for spring, but I don't think spring's coming.
Yeah, I don't see spring.
Spring's coming. You see, like, ridiculously hot weather all the time, so I don't know if we could even include you in this conversation.
That's true.
But
maybe in December it's a little cool though.
Yeah, but you had a talk about spring, summer type feel. You had a bunch of people that headed over to an island. What was it, last week?
Right.
They headed over to an island to find it looking like a disaster zone, a disaster relief area, and one of our very own hip-hop figures behind it all.
Well, he had help, though. The more I've kind of read up on it, he unfortunately, he's getting the brunt of it because he's a celebrity, but there's a lot of cats who had the money, had more money than probably he does, was more involved in it, but since everybody is familiar with him, you know.
But I think the thing with Ja is, like, he's actually part of the team. Like, he wasn't just one of the people sponsoring or one of the influencers, which I'm going to talk about later in the show, but he was, like, part of, like, management, you know, like heading it all up. Yeah. So that's why he's getting the brunt of it. Like, his name is on the business license.
Yeah, he was like he was a promoter. He's part of the promotion of it.
Yeah.
No, he's like not just promoter, but like when you get your name on the business license and you get your name on the flyers and all the things behind it, and you have sponsorship because of you, it's beyond promotion at this point.
Yeah. No, definitely a little deeper than that.
Yeah.
But let me shout out this dude, Billy McFarland. That's right, everybody. Remember Billy McFarland. So that way when you hear his name, you can run the other direction when it comes to putting the festival together. Because I want to make sure he gets a good slam on that. Because he's been doing other stuff, too, that, you know, I don't really hear his name shout out as loud as Ja Rule's. So I want to make the playing field even.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. I haven't heard his name either.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young software programmer, engineer, kid, 25, really young. Just seems real naive to the fact that he was heading up this huge festival. Really, and how it took off, you know, when I checked it out, how it took off is just like, you know, we want to throw a big party, which is going to invite, you know, all our friends in the hip-hop game, you know, since I know Ja Rule. And it went on social media, and it just took off. People were like, hey, yeah, we're down for that. And it just snowballed into something even bigger. And that's when they brought in, like, other sponsors and other Instagram celebrities to co-sign it. And the backdrop is that they weren't prepared to actually throw an event, to, like, break down
that size.
The detail. Yeah, that size and, you know, the preparation. You know, this is one of the major downfalls of the Frye Festival is, if anybody can learn a lesson from this, is preparation. You know, being prepared for success.
Well, even aside from being prepared, it was more than that with these guys, because prior to the taking off, they were already consulted with, like, you know, these teams who do this for a living, production teams. They told them they couldn't do it. They said it was impossible. It was an unreal. You know, the expectations were unreal for the time frame in which they were trying to put it out. They completely said, basically, fuck you, we're going to do this, we're going to be legends. And that's all they cared about was this ego, you know, their ego just took over, and they were like, you know what happens is when you're so rich, sometimes some of these rich people, spoiled people, they're not used to someone telling them no, that it's not possible.
Yeah.
You know, even in
but they also don't know when something's not possible. Because
right, but if I hire somebody to build a house for me, and I say I need it done in 2 months, and they're telling me X, Y, and Z because either the materials are not going to be there in time or whatever it is that is, these are guys who do this for a living. I'm going to fucking just go ahead and say, no, just put it up anyway. And then now I'm missing out, on certain materials that keep the house up and running. It's my fault.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, if you got that kind of money, you should also be able. You're hiring the best of the best, and you having these professionals who doing it regular, and that's the whole point of you hiring someone else because you're trusting in them to get it done.
But on top of that, before you even hire the professionals, right? So if you're going to throw something like this, where's the care? Like, if you care about the fact that you really want an amazing event to happen, that you care about, how would you want to be experiencing this event? Like, there was no care. The only attention that was to be, like you said, to be legends. Like, this is gonna be big. This is gonna be huge. But there's no care into hiring the proper people. There's no care into thinking about how these people are gonna experience your event. You know what I mean? So that's already the crumbling factor right there. Like, just because you have money, but if you have money and you don't care, you get situations like this because your attention is someplace else. That's how I see it. Like,
but I also think like the expectations are unreal though. Like, it go back to the money thing. People with money sometimes are so far removed from reality and the work that has to go in it. Like, most people don't know what it takes to put up a house. So they don't know that all these things are required, and you have to have licenses, and you have to have this, and you have to have plumbing, you have to have electrical routed before you can pour the concrete. They don't know that. And so all they know is when I want it, I get it. Just like when they walk into a store and they want a sandwich, they get a sandwich. They want a steak, they get a steak. They don't know what it takes. They don't know what the butcher has to do, what the farmer has to do, what the cattle rancher has to do. They don't know, and they don't care. Right. They just know that it appears on their plate, and it's what they wanted. And if they don't like it, they send it back. But they never think that people are going to do the same thing to them.
They got it sent back all right.
Yeah, they was like,
They got it sent back, and they got a multi-million-dollar lawsuit on their hands. So I hope that slaps them in the face.
Multiple lawsuits.
I think that the lawsuit. Multiple, yeah, because everybody that ended up going there and being stranded on the island. But the honest thing is, though, the only reason why I feel like it's all about Ja Rule and whatever is because, he's a rapper and he's black. And the people that got stranded and are complaining are the rich white kids.
Right.
If it was the other way around, was a hip-hop party gone wrong, it would have been in the news a little bit. You would have heard a little whisper, but that's it. It would have been over. It would have been like, oh, poor black people don't know how to do nothing right.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why I got to stress Billy McFarlane.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And, but also with the Frye, like Ja Rule's camp and Billy McFarlane's camp are doing is a cease and desist order on people that are filing lawsuits to talk about it on Twitter, so that's something that's a strategy that they're using to like hush them up so they can't talk about, any details of the proceedings, which is normal, I think, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. I don't think, if you're suing someone, you're going to go into details specifically about what you're suing about, but to say that you can't mention anything about Frye Festival, their statement was they don't want people talking about it because it's going to incite riots and problems and it could cause someone's death.
Oh, really? Incite riots where? Beverly Hills? They're going to throw their Gucci bags out the window.
You're going to see people scrapping in the parking lot in front of the valet. This is, first world problems. First world problems, man.
But this is too funny, man.
Rich people problems, man.
They're going to put their Chanel bags on fire. Man, it's over.
Yeah, it's over. Like, oh. But
they're not going to burn their Chanel bag. They're going to burn their weed.
Excuse me.
Yeah, people. This is actually really a different time right now because, just as much as we going after Ja Rule and Billy McFarlane, these influencers like, Kendra Jenner.
Yeah, she was paid to market it.
She was paid. But what happened? She was paid. She was. This is a different problem because, these people have followers and people. People stand behind their favorite celebrities, and then their favorite celebrities promoting something that went down the shitter. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah. Shouldn't she give her money back? Like, if they're gonna face all these lawsuits, they're part of the issue. Should we hold them accountable? Should we hold them accountable?
That's more of a moral kind of, I think, dilemma.
But do you hold the actor accountable that's in a Pepsi commercial that somebody gets diabetes from drinking sugary sweets? No. You can't do
I
that.
wouldn't hold her accountable.
But the thing is, we know. But people know out there, like, okay, so I say this. So people know that, there's studies to show that Pepsi and, all that sugar is not good for you. So you're buying a product. You already know that's not good for you, but you're going to go ahead and do it. But they're promoting one-sided. Like, I'm just saying, in this game right now, and the power and the attention that they have, they're only promoting one side of the game, which is you're going to have an amazing time. We're going to be there. You're going to feel like a superstar. You're going to feel like a celebrity. And when you come up and when you roll up on the island, you're pitching up a tent fighting for a bottle of water.
Right, so, and eating a cheese sandwich.
So,
yeah, but she didn't know that.
I'm just saying, because this is going to, if we don't pay attention to this now, these people have attention. These people have followers. So, just let people know, hey, listen, I'm co-signing this, and when something doesn't go down the right way, should they be held accountable? So they could just keep going promoting all these things. That's going to tarnish their brand also.
Yeah, but that's the risk. It's not no different than what's going on now before social media, when people would pitch commercials and they get actors to go in on a commercial.
That's my point.
Or even the movie.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is straight.
It's just a different platform. That's all.
But the thing
it's
is,
like a movie that sucks too.
But these celebrities are like brands themselves. Like, you're buying into the brand. Like, I'm buying into the brand. Like, oh, Kendall is telling me the truth. Like, just like a company.
Okay, I'm glad you're saying that right now. Okay, good. I'm so glad you brought that up. Okay, you said that if you're looking at Kendall as the ambassador for X, Y, and Z, and you're buying into that, that's your fault. That's your fault. Because no one should ever entrust in anyone. Yes, exactly. Buyer beware, or be self-aware. Hello. Stop entrusting in all these people thinking that, you know what I'm saying? It's like, be yourself. Be your own person.
But that's a society
do your own
we
research.
Live in. Nobody does anymore.
So if we buy into a brand, let's say you buy into a company, you buy into a health company, and, like how they have all these medications and prescriptions out there now, and then they have all these side effects that, you didn't know later on down the line that were fucking you up.
If it was hidden from you.
Whether they knew about it or not, I'm not saying about fault. It may not even be Frye's fault. That could be their thing in court. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they could be like,
no, because
hey,
it can't be, because they were already consulted. They were told that this is not doable, and they specifically said keep going. And they were like, no.
But that's to say on it. That's just come out in court. That's what's been put on social media. I'm talking about court date is different. What I'm saying is, if they are pushing a brand, and if they knew about it, or should they be wary on who they actually select to get sponsorships from? You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to tarnish their brand. Because at the end of the day, so Kendall promoted this brand. Now it sucked. Now that's going to hurt her brand. So now I'm like, I don't trust you. Like,
that's on her. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but that's
so she is responsible for her for what she chooses in her brand, which is going to ultimately hurt the people that follow.
Right, but that's different from what you originally said. You said should she give back the money, like if she was held accountable for the show failing.
I say that because she's a brand. Now, if she's showing to her youth, her fans, be like, "Yo, listen, my bad about this. Yes, I didn't know, but I'm gonna hold myself accountable for choosing into a wrong business, because I got business management that's telling me like, yo, go with this, don't go with this, and I'm gonna let y'all know.
That's a more ethical thing. That's a personal ethical thing that's on her conscience if she wants to do that.
It's not.
I don't think she has to.
I didn't say she has to. I didn't say that. Listen, I didn't say that. I said should she. I always said should she. Should she?
I say no.
And for her to show her support for taking accountability for actually sponsoring some shit that maybe she really didn't, look deep into.
No.
I mean, because the thing is, it's like somebody's throwing you $100,000. Oh, you gonna throw me $100,000 to promote something. You don't know anything about these people, and you're just gonna just take it. So now, how am I gonna trust you later on to make any decisions?
Yeah.
Well, if you're being told, let's say for example, let's say you're a multimillionaire, Mac, which I hope you are someday, right? All I know I have management. I'm just always working and working. You get in touch with my management and say, hey, I want you to promote this show for me. Here's, because you got X, Y, and Z followers. Here's $5 million to do that. Management come to me and say, hey, this guy, Mac, here, he looks like he's checked out really good. Everything's fine. We got a job for you, $5 million. All you got to do is just tell your followers to go to the show. Oh, it's just a promotion for the show? What's going on? Oh, they have a music act. Oh, it sounds good. This is why it's over here. Oh, okay. All right, I'll do it. Give me the $5 million and do it. I think innocently is that how it happens. And she does it, and then all it turns out they were lying to management.
So
you know what I mean?
The key thing you just said was it checked out. The key thing you said it checked out. My management checked it out. The key thing you said to
and then if the management failed on there's only so much if somebody's conveying to you, and there's only so much you can find out about it, and you have to at some point trust in that other person. You know what I mean? Not everything's going to be foolproof.
You do have to have some responsibility, because there was a large number of celebrities that actually showed up on the island, saw that it was bogus, and left. So at that point, your responsibility should be to get on the feed. Y'all Twitter everything anyway. Get on the feed and tell your people to vote it. Yeah, don't go. Get a refund on your ticket.
I agree with you on that. Yes, I think at
least
have
a social responsibility.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree. I would be like, yo, run, get your money back. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm still keeping my $5 million.
Right.
I'm not giving that shit back, because that ain't got nothing to do with this is a company that did a work for hire. That's
I ain't gonna lie. That I would look at you as Kojak the brand. I would be like, yo, like when he promotes something next time, I'm gonna have to look at him sideways now. I'm gonna have
you
to.
should. And you know what?
You
should.
But
you should do that from jump.
Notice they haven't said nothing about Kendall. They've been sure talking about that Pepsi commercial with the cops, but ain't nobody talking about any of the celebrities that promoted. Nobody's giving them any flat. It's the only name you hear is Ja Rule.
Ja Rule, yep. That's why I keep saying, what's that brother's name? The other guy?
Billy McFarland.
Billy McFarland. Happy birthday. $100 million class action suit against you.
And he should have been careful too, because he's a brand too. We're all brands, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like everything each one of us does has significance.
Right.
And so when you engage in anything, that's the first thing you should think about. How's this going to affect me? How does this affect my brand?
No. And it's not about fault, because when Ja Rule came out and he was like, when the whole thing was going down, and I was looking at the stuff on the social media and on the news, and he was like, it's not my fault, but I just want to let people know that this will be taken care of immediately. And it's not about fault. It's just about taking accountability and taking responsibility moving forward. Like, what are you going to do? So now how is Kendall going to be responsible moving forward? All these other influencers, this is what they call them in the social media world, that have all these fans that, promote a certain, their lifestyles to their fans, and their fans buy into that. Okay. So it's not about fault. It's about taking accountability now. So if somebody's going to promote something to me and it goes down the shitter, I got to look at them like, yo, listen, did you do your homework on this? Because you got management. That means you have people to talk. Like, it's simple as just to go, hey, listen, you about to throw this event. Let me just see the insurance for the event. Your management should know how to look up contracts and shit like that. Be like, yo, listen, I just need you to go look this up. I'm about to take this $5 million or $100,000. Send over the paperwork, and let's look at it, and then I'll have my decision. Yo, we got the insurance. We got this. Catering is done. This is all paid for. This is all. There's so many receipts. That's all it took.
I agree.
That's all it took.
And with
not only that, but who's sampling the catering?
Now, the food is good or not, I don't know. I'm not saying, like...
No, let me tell you what they had. Did you see the picture of the food they served?
Yeah, looking cheese sandwiches that look like some welfare cheese sandwiches.
You could get better food at what you call it, Central Booking in New York.
Oh, my God. That's what it looked like, Central Booking food.
Well, for real.
Crazy. That's all it takes, man. It's just like that's how I would be thinking. I'm protecting my brand. Like who's protecting in these? Yo, it's so gangster and wild, wild west out here. It's like
Everything's money driven.
Everything is money driven. Everybody looks the other way when it comes to paper. Like, yo, let's get this money and keep it moving. But all these people out here that want to live this lifestyle are paying the brunt of it. They're being played out like suckers. And now this is going to show people like, yo, you can't do this. No, because what happened at Frye was just a total devastation. I mean, it's not like they were missing the utensils on these dinner plates. It's not like they missed the utensil. The shipment of utensils didn't come in for these gold-plated dinner plates. No, they were missing the dinner plate, the table, everything.
The dinner
plate. You didn't even need utensils to eat the food they had.
So you better off just jumping into the ocean and grabbing your meal from there.
Yo, it was straight up Gilligan's Island gone bad.
It looked like a Haitian relief center. I was
man.
Yo. I was in Haiti?
Oh, come on.
I was like, that just did look like after the earthquake. I was like, wow.
Oh, man.
Yo, that's hilarious.
That's right.
Oh,
yo, by the way, who the heck is Bella Hadid? She's also was a select.
That's another influencer. It's another influencer. It's the same level as Kendall.
I never hear her name being shouted out. Let's shout her out. Hey, Bella, happy birthday. You part of this too.
Bella don't care.
Yo.
Bella don't give a shit.
Bella got a fact check. Yo, Bella, you're a brand. Get it together. Let's go.
They don't care because let me explain to you.
She's a fashion model. That's what she was?
Yeah, she's a supermodel and a black rapper chaser, and whoever black famous dude is on the top, she will steal them, chase her.
It's funny, her Instagram don't show the Frye show.
Why would it? But the thing is, the place I was going was people have such short-term memory. When they love you, they love you. When they hate you hard. But It's so easy to get back on top. Like, you recover quick. And when they really love you, if you mess up, they're like, yeah, but that's Bella. It's all right.
Oh, you know what?
That's the way it is.
At least we could kind of be the social police on this shit. Keep it going so people don't forget, man. People have short-term memory loss.
People supposed to be. That's right. People supposed to be. Like, I don't understand. Like, this world is weird, man. I never thought I'd be one of those people that talk about what life used to be like. But man, when I was younger, I used to hear old people talk about back in my day, and now I'm one of them. Back in my day, boy.
I just say this, we've never lived in a time when we get to hear like billions of stories happening at the same time. So this could be just like the world was always like this. Maybe it's just we didn't have access to all of the world at the same time.
Right.
I agree. And because it's all this access at the same time and people get to hear all the disgusting things that are happening on another part of the world, it almost entitles people to say, well, I'm not that bad. Well, because look what's happening over in this side of the world.
Right.
Look what's happening down the street. The little thing I'm doing, that's all right. Well,
yeah, trust me. And even to people who bought into this, I hate to say, as long as you didn't get physically hurt, other than that, I have no sympathy for y'all. Spending thousands and thousands of dollars for this bullshit.
20 G's, son. Oh,
and you got a ham sandwich? A ham sandwich and a tent. I can do that shit in my backyard.
20 G's just to go to a damn concert. All right, you living good.
Hey, more power to you. I ain't here to judge.
Moving forward, I wanted to kind of, unless you guys got anything else left to say about this, I wanted to talk about some new artists, man, that I feel what's missing is that, like, I want to try to, like, every show, try to start shouting out artists that are not maybe on the forefront. As the pop scene puts other people's out and promotes them, I feel like I want to be a little bit of a voice to kind of promote artists that I don't see on the forefront that I recently just kind of fell into. And one of them is called Black Violin. And, man, if you guys can get a chance to see them on YouTube, it's amazing. They're classically trained, a violinists. They have a love for hip-hop, and they, while training, getting classically trained, on their other time off from their classes, they would just link up together and also listen to Biggie and stuff like that. And their love for hip-hop, they merged the two, and they're just amazing, man. You guys got to hear it. Where I haven't heard it on this level where classical music is put in. And that's something if you guys want to check it out, man, you can check out our Twitter feed and YouTube.
Cool beans.
Word. Okay. All right.
You guys got any artists that you are peeping now that maybe you ran into that are not really on the forefront but deserve it?
I don't really know offhand right now. I don't think anything stands out to me. What about you, Mac?
Man, I'm still listening to Anderson .Paak, man. Like, to me, Anderson .Paak is... Yeah, Anderson .Paak is the truth, man. I love listening to Anderson .Paak, man. Just that sound, especially I'm getting into like more of my production, and it's just really refreshing to hear like an artist that's up there that sounds so original. To me, sounds original. Like, I mean, I look for a lot of artists to be original at the top, and it's really hard and far to find. But Anderson .Paak,
right.
True. And he's on tour, so shout out to Anderson .Paak on tour right now, killing it on a world tour. I'm always seeing him show up on the feeds, on the social feeds, and he's enjoying himself. Him and Bruno Mars are enjoying themselves on a world tour right now. And yeah, man,
nice.
Shout out to Anderson .Paak.
Yeah, I fell in love with that dude's music like about maybe over a year ago when I first heard him on Pandora, and I started hearing like. I made a channel from him, and then I was like, oh, shit, I was hearing this. I was like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I mean? Like, really? So I went ahead and purchased the album, and the album I bought was, I don't know, which one was first? Was it Venice? Or he's got two albums out, but the one that I purchased was his second album. And I found out, and then I got his first album. And what's crazy is that usually sometimes people put out their first album, and that's always the best, and the second one never holds to it. This is an artist where his second album is actually better than his first. So it's beautiful to hear that because that means there's progression. And I can't wait to hear his third album. He's amazing. That dude's bananas, man. I thought he was like this older dude, man. He's got an old soul in him, and he's a young cat playing drums and singing, and it's just amazing. He could rhyme and sing. An amazing performer. I would love to see him live. I think he was at SOB's, man, Mac, a while ago. That's why I wish I was still up in New York City because, man, you got a lot of talent running through that SOB still.
Yeah. That's a beautiful thing.
Yep.
And there's another artist that's super dope is Robert Glasper.
Oh, yeah.
Off the chain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That dude is just amazing. And that's where Black Violin they love Robert Glasper, so they're kind of in the same, kind of style and vein of it. And they have a track also, Black Violin, with Pharoah Monch on it. It's ridiculous, man. If you guys got to get a chance to hear that stuff.
Cool. This is Eclectic Tongue. This is MakP leaving y'all with a great show. We talked about Frye. We brought up some music. Your Frye Festival never to happen again. You hear me? So people learn your lessons.
Yeah.
Do your homework. This is a valuable lesson in how we living in this world today. And people just need to take accountability and responsibility for every action that they take.
Right.
Yeah. Stop investing in these stupid ass celebrities, man. Be self-aware. Educate yourself. Do your homework, please.
Invest in the communities instead. Damn it.
Oh, invest in celebrities that make a difference, that really are up to really big things, life-changing things.
There you go. Yeah.
Invest in those. There's plenty of celebrities out there doing their thing. Stop.
Oh, shit. Throw your own house party. Do a rent party in your backyard.
Do a rent party. I need to
help your community out.
Want to help me?
Help me help you.